One more. The mosque. It's beyond political. I know your statement originally was it shouldn't be politicized, but you got a guy, there's another story today in the New York Post, Sharif El-Gamal and his real estate company, Soho Properties. The firm took out a $100,000 line of credit guaranteed by Gamal, defaulted in early 2009. They got the property for about $12 million less than someone else offered it, reportedly. This Gamal has a criminal record. He's been arrested several times, reportedly. The imam, as you know, has been called a slumlord for money he took at apartments he owns in New Jersey. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So it transcends just politics, but it's not even politics. It's decency. It's 9/11. It's the victims. I'm surprised that you weren't more adamant and outspoken about how you feel on this. And I'm not sure how you feel on it.
Here's the way I feel about it, that this should work through the regular process that everything works through, and that the politicians who have decided to weigh into this and play politics with it are doing a disservice to our country. That's the way I feel about it. I don't believe, because I don't think that anybody that I saw speaking about this politically was coming at it from a purely genuine perspective. I think they were looking for wedge issues on both sides.
What about the family members?
Listen, I'm not talking about the family members. Yeah. I'm talking about the politicians.
Okay.
The family members absolutely have the right to express their opinion through every legal means they have to say how they feel about this issue, and I think they have every right to do that. I'm talking about the politicians, Steve, from the President of the United States on down, who decided to politicize this issue, and I don't care whether it was Barack Obama or Newt Gingrich. They both decided to politicize it for what they consider to be their own political advantage, and I just think that's wrong. That's politicizing the tragedy that happened at 9/11, and I'm not going to be a participant in it.
So you won't say whether or not you would prefer it be moved?
No, I'm not going to be a participant in this game as a politician of talking about these things in that way.
But don't you think politicians influence the outcome?
Oh, listen, I want this to be a legal outcome, not a political outcome.
Well, legally, they have a right to build it.
Well, listen, Steve, there's lots of different things. If all these things that people are talking about regarding the backgrounds of these folks winds up being true, that's going to have an effect on the legal
would you suggest
going forward.
Okay, would you suggest Andrew Cuomo investigate these things?
Listen, I used to hate when I was a prosecutor having politicians suggest to me what I should investigate. I used to say if they were so good at it, they'd be prosecutors and not politicians. I'm not going to be a hypocrite on this one, Steve, and become one of those politicians I used to hate when I was a prosecutor who used to tell me how to do my job. If you're a good prosecutor, you know how to do your job, and you should look into those things. But in the end, my view on this is pretty simple. The politicians who are using this to try to be a wedge issue for their own personal political gain are wrong on the left and on the right, and they should knock it off politicizing the tragedy that happened at Ground Zero 9 years ago. I care about those families having the ability to express their legitimate grief and their legitimate concerns about what goes on anywhere near that site. The politicians should stay the hell out of it.